Good morning, everybody. So I normally, on Thursdays at 8 o'clock, am doing go-to-market strategy meetings for our clients. But nobody showed up today, which is okay, because that means they're all out there selling and doing what they're supposed to do. But I wanted to do a quick training on will. And the reason why is I was with the head guy over there at Job Nimbus last night at dinner. And, we were discussing the similarities of building a company, and wow, what a very interesting guy. Movies, writing, music, entrepreneur, saw startups, like he's been through it. It was interesting because I was thinking about what it took to build Improvify and then keep building Improvify. And for some particular reason at dinner last night, we discussed the power of will. And I wanted to take a moment to discuss the idea of will on the real reasons why some deals close and some don't. So I've put this together for you, and I like to talk kind of big frameworks, and then you can internally define it, what happens in your marketplace and in your business, and break it down to see if you can retrain or share this message with your sales professionals and see if it helps. So who's this for? It's for contractors, sales pros, Improvify clients of ours that sell home improvements at the point of sale. Number one, let's kind of define the idea of will. And I say will can be defined in many, many different ways, but today I want to discuss will as the internal drive that pushes a homeowner to either say yes or say no or get off the fence to move forward. And sometimes it's not about logic. It ain't about the interest rate and the price or the dealer fee or the promo. It's most certainly not about their FICO, their credit score, because if they absolutely need, and Chuck Toki and I talked about this yesterday in training, if they absolutely need the product that you sell or install because it's an emergency, like the house is going to fall down or the roof has got a hole in it or it's a repair or the air conditioning died and they're going to die because of the heat or the cold, they're going to find the will to go get that money, no matter what it takes. Like if they have to sell a vehicle to get the $10,000 to buy the air conditioner so they can save their family's life, they will go do that. So it's about desire. It's about belief. It's about urgency. People don't buy when they have the money. They buy when they have the will to do it. Because sometimes people don't have the money. However, if we dig deep enough, we'll go find it. And that's why I am a huge proponent of not judging prior to a sales call, not pulling a soft credit pull and determining up front in the office if it's going to be a good appointment or not. Why? Well, because not all lenders are created equal. So if your customer has a 500 credit score, how does your sales rep judge that meeting prior to going? They're going to have their head down, their peacock feathers aren't out, their energy's probably going to be low. They're going to think, oh, this person's not going to get approved for credit. But here's the problem with that, with will. If your sales rep goes in and their will is, I'm going to help this person no matter what, and the consumer feels that, even if the guy does get declined because of his credit score, what if his wife has a high credit score and doesn't work and we can use her income to get the approval? What if there's a family member that's willing to help them with the air conditioner? What if we have to do a secured loan on the property to pull the money out? What if we have to do a personal loan? Like, this is why will is so important, not just for your homeowners, but for your sales pros. So teach this phrase. It's not about if they can, it's about if they will. So the can is the credit score, the income, the bank account. The will is a priority, the motivation, and the emotional buy-in actually moving forward with the home improvement, okay? The job isn't just to qualify them financially, it's to qualify if they will to solve the problem today. Because there's a reason why you're there doing the meeting and doing the pitch and doing the demo. So how to test for will. Train your reps to ask these will qualifying questions. Why now? This will surface the urgency on why they're having you in there, why the demo, what happened. What happens if you don't fix this thing or replace this thing? What are the consequences of not getting the roof repaired? Of not putting the new siding on the home? Will it devalue the home? Surface consequences is what you have to look for. What happens if you don't replace this air conditioner after the 7th repair? I know that one. We did that in Florida. I think we did 3 or 4 repairs on the old BART package unit till we said, we've spent more money on repairing. We should have replaced this thing 3 repairs ago. Are you ready to move forward? If we can find a payment that works for you. Chuck Toki and I talked about this yesterday. Hey, if he's got a different phrase, he's like, hey, if all things, work out here, will you need a little help? His is, will you need a little help with the payments? Empathy, will you need a little help with this? So the surfaces and the commitment to it. If the will is weak, the close will be a fight. If the will is strong, then you'll close easier. I know this is kind of like high level weird shit, but if your sales reps are listening to this right now, this is a short 10-minute training. It'll help them. So how financing activates the will. Financing removes the can't from the equation. If the only thing stopping you is budget, let me show you some easy, low monthly payment options to move forward. Everything we do here at Chris's Consumer Credit Center or Chris's Roofing Consumer Credit Center is a soft credit pull. We've got programs, if you don't want to pay interest, like 12 and 18 months, same as cash. Those are promotional loans. Those are flex pay spring promos or summer options or summer offers. Or if you'd prefer a low monthly payment offer with no prepayment penalty, we can help you out with that too. This is going to give them permission to simply say yes to you because we're bringing in affordability, which will help activate their will to move forward. So closing with will. When you get to the close, tap into their why, not the price. If we're concentrating on the estimate, on that big price tag, and not tapping into their why, we'll probably lose a sale. You won't be able to close them. So, hey, listen, here's how we do it. And you can take this and frame it up however you want to frame it up. Based on what you told me today, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, this can't wait. We need to get this thing done for you. And it's been on your mind for months because we dug that out of them in the survey, by the way. So listen, I'd recommend getting this thing taken care of now while the payments, while the rates, while this promotional program is still here. That's the will-based close, not a pressure close. We're tapping into the will and the why, not the price, not the features, not the benefits. We're tapping into, hey, based on what you told me during the survey and the inspection while we're building rapport, this really can't wait. People don't invite contractors over for fun to do estimates. There's a reason why you're there. Unless you're going door to door and you're selling like pest control or something like that, or meat or seafood from a frozen truck. Like, that's just like, hey, Shock, are you hungry? Yeah, cool, buy the steak, buy the seafood. That's different. Home improvements, if they're actually calling and Googling you and getting you over for an appointment, is different. There's a need, or there's a want, or there's a desire. So we're tapping into that during the survey and building the rapport. How long have you been thinking about this deck? Is this something you guys have been planning? Are you going to home shows? Do you have any images of what you've been looking at? What is your dream deck? You got to tap into the why. Why do you want this deck? We want our kids over. We want our grandkids over. We want to brag to our neighbors. We want to have spring parties. We want to put a bocce grill on it. We want to have a hot tub. Oh, man, that's amazing. What do you have in mind? Well, let's get this thing built now. Why? Well, interest rates are great. Spring promos here. Take advantage of it before tariffs. I don't know, whatever you guys say. Take advantage of it before the cost of the decking goes up. Tap into then what you know and bring it to the table. All right, so the takeaway. Will is really the biggest buying factor behind all this crazy stuff. We have it when we buy automobiles. I had the will to trade my GMC in for a bigger and better diesel truck that I wanted because I've got things that I need to trail now. If they have the will, financing will help them act upon it because it brings affordability to the point of sale. If they don't, your job's going to be to build it, not to pitch harder. So dig in, go get it. This training is in and it's under 10 minutes. If you have any questions on this, or if you need some more training for your team, I'm always here to help you. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye now.